And we're back. Welcome back to Ain't Jaded Yet. I am still the fuck not jaded. Or fucking not jaded. Definitely not. Today we're covering night one of Fish in Albany from this past Friday. Real special night. You know, get to Albany in the afternoon and, right around when the posters are going on at like 4, everybody finds out that Phil Lesh passed away. Yeah. I read a lot of really special words. Mike Gordon's post really had some of the most eloquent, beautiful words about Phil. Another one that stood out was Michael Lachaume from Annie in the Water posted a story about running into him at a festival once that really was beautiful, and countless a lot of themes going on in these Fish shows, but I think one big theme was, we're doing this for Phil. As you can hear in the background, it was on, Boxer Rain's Real Special Song to me. It was one of the first songs that got me, to actually follow the Dead. I always liked the Dead from middle school. I never loved them until about 2015. The same year when I fell in love with Fish, I fell in love with the Dead, both at the same time. Magna Ball, and then later that month went to Lock-In. That year at Lock-In, it was, all 4 of the remaining members of the Dead were there in different varieties, and it was a very authentic Dead crowd. Same year as Fare Thee Well. But prior to that, what really got me to start really getting into the Dead was the album American Beauty. So, Boxer Rain was first song, and that CD was in my car on repeat back when you used to play CDs, like 15 years ago or whatever. So, special from the get, that's for sure. Night one. My reviews here are usually super silly, but up front, just like Fish did up front with Boxer Rain, I wanted to touch on that because music wouldn't have been what it is without Phil. Thanks, man. Phil. New segment coming today on Ain't Jaded Yet. Questions. Huh. Yeah, we had questions rolling in all weekend, yo. The mailbox is overfloweth. So, I had to file through those on the ride back earlier today from Albany, and I narrowed it down to, just the good ones. I don't want any bullshit. So, let's keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're not in our fuego. Yeah, that's the next day. But let's get right to the set. I did hit lot and get the full vibe for the whole town vibe of Fish invading the town. Albany was very fishy for the whole weekend, but Friday night was more everybody just kind of getting to town and going to the show for the most part. So I actually had floor, so I did go in really early as well. So I'll get to some of that too. So I started out on the floor and on Mike's side about 20 to 25% of the way back from the rail. Fairly close, great view. I ended up with a couple of tall dudes right in front of me, and I felt like I should stay there just because I'm tall too. I'm like, who am I to think, I need to get away from these tall guys? I'm a tall guy. So anyway, crowd work, eventually I found a spot, got away from them. Anyway, there's always an easy way. This is one thing I do want to touch on in the crowd. There's always an easy way to make your situation more pleasant at a Fish show in particular. A lot of fans that know that, some people need more dancing space, or maybe they just want to sit down, and so everyone, there's a place to do that in the venue. So I just made an adjustment and moved anyway. So floor for Boxer Rain, and for the whole first set, it was awesome. Being up close for that first set, which I think is probably my favorite first set of Fish. Long time, maybe ever. Like, just because, like, there's overall shows that, like, Friday was really special. Like, special's the thing that I remember specifically about Friday. Also just good. Very good. Very good. Very, very, very good. Yeah. So I got set list here. Set list on Live Fish so I can see song lengths. And we are ready to get into the meat of this set. That's not a pun. They didn't play meat or meat stick. We all did meet up for this show, and we had a great time. All right, Boxer Rain. Like I said, Phil, dedication. It was like, they nailed it too. It was really cool. It really was. And it was touching. Boxer Rain. And as you can hear right here, they weren't into MoMA dance, which, changes the energy to let's have fun. Let's do it for Phil, having fun. MoMA's a fun song, a dancey, let's get going. And we did. It didn't go crazy long. An 8.5 minute MoMA is fairly standard-ish, I guess. It usually goes, sometimes it goes even way longer. I've seen 20+ minute MoMAs, but let's get adjusted here, get comfy. Jam break. Fish was, they were just killing it all weekend. Can we say that now? Yeah. You can. All right? MoMA dance. Into Free. All right, yo. Free was my first love. Like, that's... Love Free. Love it so much, so much. Hits me really, 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 really happy. I've cried because they played Free multiple times. One in particular when they played it at Mexico and I was on the beach, splashing in the ocean. That was... But every Free. But that one in Mexico in particular, they did jam it out a little longer. I think it was like a 12+ minute, which is like way long for Free-ish nowadays. Okay, yeah. I did see... This is when I play just the openers because there's no way they can stop me from, they're available for free, so, Free. Fucking A. So there's, in the floor, there's all these big balloons. It's a little story about the balloons. A friend of mine in the floor is like, oh, I hate the balloons. And I'm like, well, why do you hate the balloons? What balloons? And I'm like, I like balloons. A friend of mine fills up all kinds of balloons during the show. Actually, he fills up so many that it's insane that I don't even know where to get the hot air to fill them up. All right? Fast forward to Free. Big old mango song. Orange balloon falls right into my hands during the Free. I just hold it up and it felt like... I love, you go to Fish and everyone feels like a kid a little bit more, but I grabbed that ball and I felt like a 6-year-old for a hot second. It was fucking fun. Anyway, the reason why my friend on the floor was like, hate the balloons, is because they kept hitting her in the head, and I actually saw them, they were aiming for her, and she was drop kicking them and Anyway, they were a little annoying for a while, but anyway, the one that I caught during Free was super fun. So overall, I wasn't that upset about it. It was fun, we're all having fun. And so I found out later that it was my friend, of course, in the section right near us that was filling all these up, and yeah, it was fun. Whatever. Balloons. All right, Free into Dirt. Okay, Dirt. Phil just passed. Dirt. There's themes going on. And with the next one, the next song, Wolfman's Brother, a dual theme starts to begin. We got two. We have remembering Phil, honoring, getting down for him. Now we're getting into like a Halloween vibe. Wolfman's brother is the first touch on that. But you know, it's a get down. Wolfman's brother was great. No Man in No Man's Land. I fucking love this one. So, Free, No Man's, two of my top tier, like top 5-ish favorite Fish songs ever. So this first set, so good. So good. Theme from the bottom. It's a great theme. It jams out. It's the longest jam in the first set. It's an 11-minute mark. Everything else, was 9.5. Wolfman's went to almost 10. So no huge jams in the first set, but it flowed so perfectly. So for theme, I stand corrected. Theme, into steam. Theme, steam. Steam gets steamy. Fucking steam. Fun times. Yeah. And of course, after steam, I'm like, let me do the math here. I wish, did it give me, it was, okay. So we're at about an hour and 10 minutes at this point, and I'm like, are they done? Like, no, 12 and a half minutes. Sand. The longest song of the first set was Sand. They did that in the first set at Montegreen to us too. A MoMA early and a Sand to end the first set. And both times I'm like, yo, Fish, I'm exhausted. Give me a break, dude. You played Steam into Sand. I'm scared. But, yeah. Already tired for one set. A lot of dancing, a lot of fun. Sand. So the floor was fun the first set. Set break, wander. I find some friends up in the back of the 200s in the back corner. And by the time I get to them, I'm sitting down chilling. The second set actually starts. I go back down to the floor and go right back to where I was, where I had literally like an arm's length of dance space. The whole first set is now sardine bin. I mean, I got down there and I couldn't find any of my friends that I was with, which was like 6 of them at least, and they were wearing they were in tiger suits. They were dope. Everyone was getting their picture taken with them. Like, it was easy to find them, and I went back to that spot and I couldn't even find them. There was so many more people down there. And I realized, of all the arenas, it's probably the easiest one to sneak into the floor. One of them. So whatever. I took it as a sign. I grabbed my coat, and I went right back up to where I had just been during set break, up in the 200s. And you know what was cool is I got to be down there really close for that special first set. And I got to sit down and relax a little bit because it was tiring to be on your feet the entire first set down in there. It was hot. And so I went up to the 200s and chilled with some homies. And no complaints. Just that, damn, it was crazy how many more people there were in the second set down on the floor. And I don't do the floor that often, so it kind of bummed me out because, I was close. I got there at 6:30, and waited. And it was the only time I've ever been like, yo, am I a pro tarper? Not tarping, but, the mentality of it. You know what I mean? To hold that shit down. Because there's a little bit of entitlement out there in the world, and some people think that they can just, go into the floor and go to... And whatever. It was work to be down there, so it was a blessing in disguise. But, alright. Was that Jaded Kana? Was that Jaded? No, it was not. Because, like I said, blessing in disguise. Alright. Set 2, music time. We're blazing on. 3 wrong turns can make a right. Of course it can. That's 3 lefts. It depends on which way is the right way. So if the correct way to go was left, you have to take 3 rights. It goes both ways. Yeah. blazing on. Night shades aren't on, but they are figuratively. The nice shades are on, also figuratively, and we're blazing on. I'd say getting to the blaze on section is the toke break time. This toke break brought to you by the Ain't Jaded Yet production team. Hair and makeup brought to you by hair and makeup team. Killing it today, guys. Killing it. I mean, look at this. Yeah. We're loose. We're killing it. We're blazing on. And I gotta say, this is like when I was like going down into the thick of that crowd to get my shit. And by the time I got back up, I was dripping in sweat. Because, like, first of all, the top area is just like steamier because it's up higher. And because it was like a climb to get all the way up the steps. Once I got there, I could relax, and Piper is still going, which becomes the longest jam of the evening. So because of this time frame being me going back down to the floor and back up, I did it pretty quickly considering how many people I had to go through. You just dance and swim. You just do the swim move and you groove and swim. It wasn't fun, but I got through it. And but what I learned to listen to that Piper in particular because it was an 18-minute, and I haven't heard an 18-minute Piper in a minute. That's cool. So Piper into light. Earlier in the evening, friends were like, light. I'm like, yo, have you heard a light jam in a minute? Or all of them ever? Yeah, it's not like it's badass lyrics or anything, but like, they're beautiful. Obstacles are stepping stones. Dude. There were many songs throughout the run with some of my most favoriteest lyrics ever. I guess I should go back to the first set to come upon a few of my favorites from there. The lyrics in Dirt in general are just all beautiful. No Men's has some of my favorites. One that comes to mind real quick is if you hold a mirror and turn it to one side, the depth you see and it turns, you'll find a place to hide. We're the no men in no man's land. I think that kind of means like, we're the oddballs, we're the weird, we're the black sheeps, we're the ones hiding from the masses. We're not amongst the herd. We're the ones thinking differently outside the box. We're the no men in the no man's land. Take real quick. Sand, lyrics in there, I will choose my own religion, worship my own spirit. Wouldn't want to hear it. That shit's choose my own religion. Light. So Light did jam, but not crazy long. I've heard more epic, longer ones, but it was great, and it did flow right into those fucking first notes of bitch. We're tweezing. Tweezing hard, yo. And it is a 15-minute tweezer. Does not disappoint. It goes a lot of ways. It's a tweezer. What do you want? Tweezer. Huh. Yeah. Let's keep going through the set. I figure like we're at the 19-minute mark. It's probably where I probably lose some people. Let's get through the set, yo. All right. So tweezer fucking... I don't know what to say, like, other than, like, if you don't know about tweezer, guys, the fucking get down time. Let's get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Tweezer time. Into the wedge, which haven't heard that live in a minute, and man, it's just fun. It's a great to sing along to, and it's just like, it hits. The wedge. Love it. And then the next song is one I've been waiting to see live. I liked it so much and I've heard it so much that I wasn't even sure if I'd heard it live yet or not. But no, I had not seen The Howling yet. And this is where that Halloween theme comes back around that I talked about. You know, the howling, Wolfman's. So fun, Sci-Fi Soldier tune. I think they play this one more than any other Sci-Fi Soldier song. You know, I'd love to get a Don't Doubt Me or something like that. But howling, dude, everyone in the building was howling. It was so sick. The howling from that one time became one of my, like, yo, Martian Mission, howling, Your Pet Cat. Some of these ones from, like, the Halloween fun new, their songs are just so much fun. They're so fun. The howling. So at one point, Trey was like, I think it was maybe like a third of the way through the song, Trey was like singing the howling. Nah, but he like geeked out giggling because we were all howling so much. I think that would be why. I don't know. I gotta go back and listen to it or something. So the howling into Monsters, also a first for me. I listened to it a few times. They didn't play it at Mondegreen, which is my only fish this year, and you know, they I think I haven't played it too many times yet, but oh my god, what a beautiful song live. I mean, it was gorgeous. Masterpiece stuff, like Monsters. The monsters in my head. A lot of in my head themes going on throughout the weekend. Monsters, you know, in my head. Light between me and my mind. Later on throughout the weekend, yeah, that continues. All right, so Monsters, gorgeous. Into Numberline. Fuck yeah, of course I'm right next to my friend Jenna, that's her fucking favorite, and I love being with Kyle and Jenna when that song comes on, so it was perfect that I was up there and not on the floor. Numberline. If you don't like Numberline, like, do you have friends? Do you watch them get old, and do you enjoy growing old together and remembering and living and being alive? Every time a birthday comes? You don't have to do it every time. You just gotta know. The song's about your peeps. You know they matter to you, man. As the years go by. As this thing we call time passes, we gotta keep them peeps close that matter. Why not have a song that means that? So, I mean, I'm not saying that it's like always a banger, but sometimes they do jam it out really wonderfully. I've heard 10+ minute versions. This was 6:45, very touching and beautiful. But here's what's great is it went right into Carini to end the second set. 10 minutes and 45 seconds of Carini. The Lights, CK5 all night, by the way. I didn't mention him yet. All weekend, CK5. It's like hard to pick an MVP. The third night, Paige was killing. Fishman was all weekend. I'd say, gotta say Gordo first night, probably just because, like, I feel like he was, like, embodying some Phil energy. Not some, but, like, a lot. Like, you know, I go read what Gordo said, but, like, he basically said that this wouldn't be happening without Phil. He wouldn't be without Phil. No Phil, no Mike. Just like that. Yeah. So Gordo was wearing a Cody wristband. I saw, I don't know if it said Cody or not, but he had the same colors at least. And that was cool. All right, so Carini ripped. The lights were just fucking gnarly. And then we get a pretty special encore. All the encores all weekend were pretty fucking perfect. Like, epic ones. Sleeping fucking Monkey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. On the train! Baby. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. On the train. Why'd you put my monkey on the train? Boop-a-doo! So much fun. Ghost. Oh, did I mention there was a Halloween theme going along with the Remembrance theme and the just flowing beautifully through the whole night theme. This show flowed so flawlessly. It was just great. And Sleeping Monkey, so fun. Into Ghost. So Ghost for 9 minutes. Hell yeah. Tweezer reprise. Tweezer reprise. To end the night. I mean, we had, like, any show that has a Tweezer reprise, you're like, oh, that was going to be a killer. That had to be a killer show. It also had a Creanie. It also had The Howling, which I'm going to say is like a highlight now for a show, in my opinion. Like, it's just so much fun. And if you didn't howl, you better get on that shit. All right. Enough about the fucking killer fucking night of special fucking fish. Oh, it was so good. Sticker break. All right, so this one I got on the floor from some homies. You didn't know. This is the equation. If you're wondering if you're talking or not enough, just talk less and dance more. Always. Even me. And I hardly talk at shows. I might whisper something in someone's ear. I might be like, yo, did you know this thing? Oh, fun facts for you. Fun fact for me. I want the fun facts. I want the little tidbits, the things that I didn't know or that I want to share with someone, or like little things. But like if I can audibly hear you fucking talking and I'm feet away from you, turn your volume down. That's it. And dance more. Official fish sticker with the divided sky clouds. That one I love. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of the fish logo stickers, official ones out there. I think I might only have a couple. Maybe. I don't know if I might have like one. And someone gave that to me from a long time ago. Yeah, so that one's cool. This one's great too. It's hologram's kind of hard to see, but they got these really happy flowers on there. That one was tight. They had that on some shirts and sweatshirts too. That looks really nice. Some other great advice. You know, just don't be a dick. Got this one on lot. Just love the colors and, you know, it's beautiful. I did get in there early on Friday, so I got a free Divided Sky Foundation magnet. That'll go right in the refrigerator. That's the sticker segment of today's show. Yo, now to the new segment. The Q&A, bitch. Let's go. We got questions to answer. Exciting stuff. Let's get a quick little toke and a sip of coffee while we're bringing these questions up here. Let's start off with a friend, Alex, went to her first show ever. So, like, I was like, yo, send me a bunch of questions. I want to know those ones. Because those are great questions, you know? So here we go. Let's start off with one of these. So I've never seen Fish live before, so I have so many damn questions. This is what he started off with. He said, Tweezer goat? Question mark? Like from Friday? I can't say that. I've heard so many tweezers. Like someone that was at Tahoe for the Tahoe tweezer would be like, yeah, but Tahoe tweezer. Or there's like many. So many more. There's like a 36-minute one from like 2 years ago that was pretty epic. There's been many that I've been to that were 25 plus minutes that were fucking epic. The thing with tweezers is they're all fucking great. So I can't say it was GOAT. Or even close. It was great. You know what I mean? So that's what I'd say to that first question. Okay, so then part two of that was, or compare this tweezer between others you've seen. On par or high, a little bit higher above average, it was excellent. You know, out of all the tweezers I've seen, I think I've seen, like, I looked at my stats earlier today, 21 tweezer reprises, but, like, I think at SPAC one year they played Reprise twice because they played it at the Man without Reprise earlier in the week. So I got like 2 extra reprises than I do tweets. It's like 19 tweezers, 21 reprises. My favorite one ever was actually, if I'm going to count reprises, the reprise in Saratoga, second song in 2019 after Kathy's Clown. Because I called it, kind of. I was like, tweezer reprise opener. But then fucking Paige was wearing clownfish pants, and they must have been talking about it backstage and been like singing Kathy's Clown. I'm like, what if we opened with that? So they fucked up my call, but also the intensity for the Tweezer Reprise second song in a set was like a really special, weird. Another Tweezer that stands out to me was when they did Monster Mission and Tweezer in the same, like, together in the first set at MSG at one of the New Year's runs I went to. The list goes fucking on, you know? Tweezer. All of them are, like I said. Favorite fish meme and why? It's so good. I mean, I guess off the top of my head, I'll go with Trey with the bag of oranges on his bag. Or the bag of oranges on his arm, and he's in the line for smoothies. I don't know. That's just one off the top of my head. There's so many. I really like. There's a new one every 5 seconds. So like, I don't know. What's up with Gamehenge, anyways? Great question, Alex. And the answer to that is Google it. Or, you know, what you could do is on YouTube from this past New Year's, you could watch it. It's like a Broadway musical. They did it live for the New Year's prank, and it is pretty amazing. So you could just watch that. That's Gamehenge. Kind of in a nutshell, in a story form. You might not understand what the fuck's going on, but it's great. All right, he's got more questions, but I'm going to save some of those for later. Here's another question from Kyle. In the event that Fish's lights are a byproduct of CK5 secretly designing hyper-intelligent light robots, and those robots are the lighting rigs that we all love and enjoy, what would be the name of the current robot that performs above the band currently? The current robot that is above the band. Well, one way that I describe the light rig is that if you're behind the stage and you see it, it looks kind of like Optimus Prime's digestive tract is moving around. Metal and parts. It's just... So I'm trying to think of something else. This is that dead spot in that production keeps yelling at me about. And I'm like, dude. Sometimes I have a brain fart and I have to like, I'm running the whole fucking operation here. I'll put in a fucking, you know. Okay, cool. Oh, they put this out. They put the monsters out on YouTube for free. Cool. I'll play that in the background. So this robot, I don't know. One way that I picture the light rig, like figuratively, I'll just decide. This is how I'm not going to answer that, but here's how I'll answer it. Is have you seen the movie Minority Report when he's got his fingers on the gloves and he's just controlling everything on there? I picture that sort of as like CK5 with his light switches and his buttons and his rig control center is like that, but it's like him. Like, literally with his fingers above all the lights, just, like, morphing it into all these shapes, and it moves around, and like, sometimes it does this, and blinks in these sequences that are magical. So, I'd have to say that robot would be CK5's fingertips of metal. Second question from Kyle. Why did you put my monkey on the train? I forgot. I left him there. I was supposed to retrieve him. I put him there, but technically I left him there. I forgot to get him back. Yo, that's fun. All right, we have a few more questions. I'm gonna wrap this shit up. We're at 35 minutes. These are gonna be long ones because Albany was so super epic. All right, I think we have 3 more questions. All right, two more. Because somebody repeated the monkey question. Like I said, only good questions. Did you howl or what from Silent Peas? Does he listen to the Silent Peas? Are those peas on a pod? Or does he pee silently? Oh, it's spelled with EA, so the P, I guess, Silent Peas. Maybe he's a farmer. All right. Did you howl or what? Of course I fucking howled, dog. Does the Pope poop? Nope. I was walking back from that show and a couple of guys were talking about the howling and I was like, wasn't that so sick? Did you guys howl? And one guy was like, well, I didn't know if I was supposed to howl or not. And I was like, dude. Like, you have to howl. You gotta howl. You made Trey laugh. Howl. Did you howl or what? All right. Last question. Did the moment dance or the moment end? Oh, Mondegrini question. Hey, good. From Silly Cactus. Silly Cactus. I'd say that most moments aren't planned. Neither are the events. The moment doesn't really end. And we're all dancing. All right? Yeah. Monsters in the background. That's a wrap. Ain't jaded yet. Love y'all.